Thoughts? Senator Driscoll.
Thank you, Mr. President, through you to the members. I rise in support of the motion before us and final passage of an act relative to teacher preparation and student literacy. As a parent of two kids in public schools, a fourth grader and a first grader, I've experienced the joy, the frustration, the excitement that they have had over the last few years as they've learned to read, learning phonics and various other products and ways that they're now taught. They're certainly more diligent than I was with their summer reading list, which is a credit to their mother and also their teachers, their librarians, and their reading specialists. The matter before us here today aims to strike at some of the things that we expected after the pandemic in terms of learning loss, which now started some 6 years ago. Time flies. And although we foresaw this, now living it, we need to do better for our children. And this bill is a substantial step toward making up for some of those learning losses during the global pandemic. Only 42% of third graders in Massachusetts met or exceeded expectations on the spring 2025 MCAS ELA. This is not acceptable for the state that is consistently and continues to lead the nation in education. As many have talked about here today, as we've gone further into the data on this, it's really clear that implementing a consistent, high-quality literacy curricula across the Commonwealth is aimed at better supporting the literacy development skills of all K-3 students and bolstering the later years of their elementary and secondary education and schooling. Our hope here today is that further carries them into being strong, critical thinkers into their adult lives. Shifting our elementary literary curricula to a science-based approach means that adopting evidence-based practices that have proven to have positive outcomes, and this includes an emphasis on instruction with phonics. There's clear evidence of positive and significant improvements to ELA testing performance following the adoption of such curricula for literacy. These results do not come without the appropriate support for educators. The Educator Preparation Program provisions in this legislation equips teachers with the knowledge and tools to successfully adopt these new and improved practices that better serve our students, teaching students to read in a way that is most conducive for the learning outcomes that we all wish for our own kids and those in the future. ELA performance that either met or exceeded expectations in the NCAPS exam dropped over 10% for third graders and even more for fourth and fifth graders since 2019, which again, no one in this room thinks is the right direction. We need to do better, and moving this action today will help us meet the moment, supporting and better preparing students and educators for what lies ahead. In closing, I want to applaud the efforts from the senator from Everett, who filed the original bills in this debate, and whose work laid much of the foundation for our efforts here today. I also want to thank the senator from Winchester, who worked with advocates and educators while this bill was in committee and to get us to this point with the bill before us. So I ask my colleagues to join with me in voting yes in support of this action. Thank you.